next guests are here to share a very personal tale told on stage and through some creative sketches. It's the story of a man at the top of the world until his alcoholism sends his life spinning out of control. In the play, The White Chip, he shows us his journey to recovery in a surprising, fearless, yet very funny way. It's opening at City Theater next month, but today we are pleased to welcome playwright Sean Daniels and the actor who plays him on stage, Kyle Cameron, here with us this morning. Hi, guys.
Hi. Hey there. Thanks for having us.
That kind of has to be intimidating, playing like a real person that's still alive. You know, like if you play somebody like from history, there's not as much pressure, but you know, playing Hamilton, he's not going to come back and criticize you, but
yeah, not only is he still alive, but he's actually in the room.
Right, watching your every move.
Yeah, but fortunately he's pretty chill, so I'm not super worried about it.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like whenever you do an autobiographical piece, you're supposed to cast someone who's more Canadian and skinnier than you. And if you do that, you're like halfway there. Yeah.
Well, so Sean, I want to talk to you because this is your story.
Correct, yeah.
So kind of tell us the storyline and how you came to write this play.
So I had a really terrific drinking problem 7 years ago.
Did you say terrific?
Terrific, yeah. Though it didn't feel that way at the time. And so when I was trying to get sober, I couldn't find anything that felt current, that felt like it was funny, that felt like it had a sense of humor. And I really thought if I got through this, I had to write the thing I couldn't find. And the thing that really did it for me was I found a group of people who were really invested in science and in the science of sobriety and in brain chemistry and about like genetically how you're set up from generation to generation. And so for me, I wanted to pass that message on because that's not part of the current conversation anywhere in terms, you know, it's a lot of either people have like 12-step programs that work for them or they don't. That's right. And so it's like, and I'm not saying, I mean, I think you can use all of those, and I find science to be amazing in terms of understanding it. And I feel like in 2018, we have all that information. We should be everybody who's struggling.
In addition to just providing it as an option, more of an option.
Correct.
Okay, so that turns into a play.
Right, yeah. So I wanted to spread it as, you know, as far as I could in terms of doing it, so I just started writing it, and I've been really lucky over the last 6 years to have different collaborators kind of come on and be a part of it. So Cheryl Collar, who is our director, is Tony-nominated director, came on about 3 years ago and really has helped me to shape it and put it forward. And then we've had this cast with 2 local Pittsburgh actors and Kyle to begin to figure out, like, how do we tell the story on stage.
And were you involved in the theater business before you wrote this play, before this all happened?
I was, so I've always worked in theater. So I think that's also why I wanted to write a play, because it felt like that's the art form that I feel the most comfortable with.
Theater came before all the rest of it.
That's right.
And so Kyle, how did you land this role, and what has it been like for you?
To be honest, this came down the pike the way most jobs for actors do. I got a call from my agent saying you have an audition tomorrow. You go in, you do your best work, you hope for the best, and this one was a really quick turnaround actually. Within a month of my audition, I was on a flight to Pittsburgh. So I had no connection to the story coming in, but I would say that this room is full of so many people who take it so personally, and the fact that Sean is literally right there at the table while we're doing the table read, it allows me to feel comfortable to bring as much of my personality, myself, my honesty to it as I can.
And so are you rewriting it? I mean, this is your story and it's still evolving. So are there any rewrites? Are you adding?
Yeah, and I think the main thing is we really wanted it to be entertaining and to be funny. And I think like there are so few funny things about recovery.
Right.
There are actually just so few things about recovery. Like if you want to watch a good alcoholic movie, like there are 3 of them and they're very sad. So the idea of like trying to put something together that feels like it's not preachy but entertaining. So a lot of what we do actually is figure out like how to better the joke in rehearsal.
Does this land? Do we need to remove that around?
That's right. And a lot of it is gallows humor, but a lot of it is just like what works. And so I'm really blessed to have like 3 such funny actors in the room to be able to work on them with the jokes to figure out like how to get them just right.
I guess I should ask for people who don't know at home, what is the white chip? Because it's symbolic.
Right. So when you go into an AA meeting, they hand out chips for different levels of sobriety for how long you've been there. And the white chip is just for a desire desire to stop drinking. You don't even have to have stopped yet. You just have to want to begin to stop. And I was so thrilled that like you get rewarded for just wanting to do something. And then by the
Like,
end,
I want $1 million.
that's
so
right. Like
There
they
you
give
go.
you one there.
Yep.
And so there, along the way, I collected like tons of them, you know. So I just think like that was also part of like my journey, was like, oh, clearly something isn't working for me, so I keep coming back and getting my white chip and
Right.
not knowing what it is and not
what's
really.
next.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Thank you both for coming on today.
Oh,
and
of
sharing
course.
your
Thanks for having us.
story. It's been great.
Yeah.
And you can see The White Chip at City Theater on Pittsburgh's South Side starting April 7th. It runs through May 6th, so you have plenty of time to get there. Call the box office or go online for showtimes and tickets.